Welcome to the new era, the new family building connection beyond the bloodline. Welcome back. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is the Family Roles Escape series where we break free from the toxic roles that trapped us and reclaim the power to build a new, authentic family on our own terms. Today's video is titled, The New Family Building Connection Beyond the Bloodline. This is for anyone who has walked away from the family system that never truly saw them and is ready to find belonging where it's real. Blood ties do not guarantee love, safety, or respect. In fact, many of us learn the hardest lesson early on. Sometimes the family you're born into is the very place that wounds you deepest. The roles assigned scapegoat, golden child, enabler often come with conditions and strings attached that limit our freedom to be ourselves. But the good news? Family is not just biology. Family is connection, choice, and trust. It is possible and necessary to build a new family that nourishes your soul rather than drains it. Finding your tribe after leaving the narcissistic system is not always easy. There's grief involved, the loss of the familiar, even if it was toxic. There's the fear that you'll never find a place to belong. But make no mistake, chosen family is real. It is sacred. It can be stronger, deeper, and more healing than the one you left behind. This new family is built not on obligation, but on mutual respect. Not on control, but on freedom. Not on manipulation, but on authenticity. Trust, after betrayal, feels almost impossible. When the people who were supposed to protect you became your oppressors, learning to trust again is a monumental task. But trust is not all or nothing. It is a muscle you build with time, experience, and consistent actions. Start small. Notice who shows up, who listens without judgment, who respects your boundaries, who celebrates your growth rather than fearing it. These are the people who make up your new family. Rebuilding relationship patterns means unlearning the dysfunctional scripts you were handed. It means recognizing when you fall back into old roles, the fixer, the people pleaser, the silent sufferer, and choosing differently. You get to rewrite how you engage with others. You get to practice vulnerability on your terms. You get to demand respect, equality, and honesty. And when someone shows you they can't meet those standards, you have the power to walk away. Remember, your new family does not have to look like a traditional family. It can be friends, mentors, colleagues, or even communities of strangers bound by shared values and vision. What matters is that it's a place where you can be fully seen and fully loved, not for what you do or who you're supposed to be, but for who you truly are. This new family holds space for your healing, your growth, and your freedom. It encourages your dreams instead of stifling them. It offers safety, not surveillance. It fosters connection, not control. And it teaches you, over and over, that belonging is a feeling, not a genetic lottery. So if you've ever felt isolated after leaving the family system, know this. You are not alone. The journey to chosen family is challenging but deeply rewarding. It is where your soul finds home again. Building a new family beyond blood requires embracing a new paradigm of belonging. Many survivors of narcissistic systems carry a deep wound from the betrayal of their birth family. This wound often manifests as distrust, hypervigilance, and fear of rejection. But the truth is, belonging is a basic human need, and it's possible to satisfy it outside the traditional family structure. One of the first steps in creating your new family is self-acceptance. You cannot find belonging until you belong to yourself. This means releasing the internalized messages that told you that you were unlovable, broken, or too much. It means recognizing that your true self, the unfiltered, unedited, authentic you, is worthy of connection. When you start loving yourself unconditionally, you create a gravitational pull that attracts the right people into your life. Your chosen family members will come in many forms. Some might be old friends who have remained loyal through the chaos. Some might be new connections forged through shared interests, healing groups, or communities dedicated to growth. Others might be mentors or therapists who help you rebuild your sense of safety. The key is that these relationships are reciprocal. They are not built on obligation or manipulation. They are rooted in mutual respect and shared values. Trust is foundational. After experiencing betrayal, it's natural to guard your heart. But trust doesn't mean blind faith. It means observing actions over words. It means testing the water gradually. It means allowing people to show up consistently, without drama or agenda. Trust grows slowly, but once established, it creates a sanctuary where you can be yourself without fear of judgment or reprisal. Rebuilding relationship patterns is a conscious, ongoing process. Many survivors unknowingly replicate dysfunctional dynamics because that's what feels familiar. But healing means becoming aware of these patterns and choosing differently. For example, if you were conditioned to be the fixer, you might find yourself trying to solve others' problems compulsively, often at the expense of your own needs. Healing means setting boundaries around how much you give and recognizing when it's okay to say no. Similarly, if you grew up in a system where emotions were dangerous, you might struggle to express vulnerability. Your new family can be the space where you practice emotional honesty and receive validation. It's where you learn that showing your true feelings is not a liability, but a strength. Creating your new family also means embracing diversity, not just of culture or background, but of experience, perspective, and belief. Your chosen family might include people with wildly different life stories than your own. This diversity enriches your life and expands your worldview. It teaches you empathy and resilience. It reminds you that connection is not about sameness, but about acceptance. It's important to recognize that your new family is a living system. Like any family, it requires effort, communication, and forgiveness. Conflicts will arise, misunderstandings will happen. But the difference is that in your chosen family, there is a baseline of respect and a willingness to grow together. There is accountability, not silence or gaslighting. There is space for mistakes and space for healing. One powerful practice is to define your values as a family. What do you stand for? What are the boundaries? What behaviors are unacceptable? Creating this shared framework helps prevent the dysfunction that you escaped from creeping back in. It helps keep the family aligned in purpose and respect. Another vital aspect is ritual and celebration. Many survivors miss the simple joys of family traditions because their birth families were chaotic or absent. Your new family can create new rituals, regular gatherings, celebrations of milestones, shared projects, or even daily check-ins. These rituals build connection, safety, and a sense of belonging. Remember that your new family is not just about receiving, it's also about giving. The gifts you bring are your authenticity, your support, your presence, and your willingness to grow alongside others. When you show up fully, you encourage others to do the same. You create a ripple effect that strengthens the entire community. As you build this new family, you might face skepticism or resistance from your birth family or old networks. They might try to shame you for abandoning your roots. They might spread rumors or pressure you to conform. This is a sign that you are on the right path. Breaking free from toxic family roles often threatens the old system's control. Standing firm in your new family is an act of courage and healing. To thrive in your new family, cultivate self-awareness. Keep checking in with yourself about what feels right, what drains you, and where you need rest. Healing is not linear. Some days will feel like progress, others like setbacks. That's normal. The key is to stay committed to your truth and to the relationships that uplift you. Lastly, recognize that chosen family can become a source of spiritual nourishment. Many survivors find that their new families support their soul work, their creative expression, and their mission in life. These families become anchors in a shifting world, places where you can be fully known and fully loved. In closing, the new family you build is a testament to your resilience, your courage, and your refusal to settle for less than you deserve. It is living proof that belonging is not about genetics or obligation. It is about heart, respect, and truth. You deserve a family that celebrates you, supports you, and holds space for your growth. And when you find that, you'll know you're home. One of the greatest gifts you can give yourself after leaving a toxic family system is permission to redefine what family means to you. For too long, we've been conditioned to believe that family is static, unchangeable, and defined strictly by blood. But chosen family is just as real and often more healing. It's family built on consent, love, and safety, rather than control, obligation, and pain. Finding your tribe begins with vulnerability. It requires stepping into spaces where you can be seen without masks. This can be terrifying if you're used to hiding your truth to survive, but it's necessary. Authentic connection demands authenticity. And while not everyone you meet will become part of your new family, those who do will cherish you for your realness. Building trust after betrayal means you have to become your own first and safest witness. You can't expect new people to understand your story immediately. Some won't want to. But when you show up consistently with honesty, boundaries, and kindness, the right people will notice. They will hold your story with respect and your wounds with compassion. This process takes time. Patience with yourself and others is essential. It's also important to recognize that new families often don't resemble traditional families in their structure. They might be groups of friends who gather regularly. They might be community circles formed around shared values or goals. They might be online networks of support and encouragement. In all cases, the common thread is mutual care, not genetics or history. Healing relational wounds means breaking cycles of dysfunction. For survivors, this might mean learning how to disagree without escalation, how to express needs without fear of abandonment, how to receive love without suspicion. These skills are rarely modeled in narcissistic systems, so you must teach yourself and your new family how to practice healthy connection. Often, survivors struggle with feelings of loneliness after leaving the family system. This loneliness is real, and it can be painful, but it's also a sign that you are transitioning. You are shedding the old to make space for the new. Embrace the loneliness as part of your growth, not as a punishment. Use it to deepen your relationship with yourself. And remember, your new family is forming even when you don't see it yet. Community rituals and shared practices can anchor new families. Whether it's regular meals, group meditation, creative projects, or collective healing work, rituals create belonging. They signal safety to the nervous system. They remind everyone that they are valued and seen. Starting small and consistent is better than trying to do too much too soon. Let your new family grow organically. Another cornerstone is accountability. Toxic family systems often lack true accountability, leaving survivors to pick up the emotional debris alone. Your new family needs clear agreements about how members hold each other accountable, not through shame or punishment, but through loving truth-telling and commitment to growth. This fosters trust and respect. Recognize that choosing your family is also about setting boundaries with your birth family. Sometimes, building your new family means maintaining distance, physical, emotional, or both, from the old system. That's okay. Protecting your peace is essential for your healing and growth. Your chosen family can provide the love and support your birth family could not. And finally, your new family becomes a source of empowerment. It teaches you that you are not alone, that your voice matters, that your experiences do not disqualify you from love or leadership. Your new family believes in your potential, not just for survival, but for thriving. They celebrate your wins and hold space for your healing. In the years to come, your new family will be the foundation for a life defined by authenticity and freedom. It will be where you reclaim joy, rebuild trust, and rewrite your story. And as you grow stronger, you'll become a beacon for others still trapped in the old system, showing them that freedom is possible, connection is real, and belonging is a choice. Building connection beyond blood also means embracing radical honesty. In toxic family systems, honesty was often weaponized or punished. Survivors learned to hide feelings, suppress needs, or lie to maintain peace. But in your new family, honesty is a form of respect for yourself and for others. It means expressing your truth even when it's uncomfortable, trusting that you will be met with care, not condemnation. This practice might feel unfamiliar or risky at first, but it is the bedrock of authentic connection. As you engage in these honest exchanges, it's important to cultivate compassionate listening as well. True belonging is a two-way street. It's not just about being heard, it's about hearing others deeply and without judgment. When you show up as a compassionate listener, you create a safe container for vulnerability to flourish. This reciprocal dynamic fosters a sense of safety that most survivors have never experienced. Your new family may also include people who have their own wounds and complexities. This is natural. Healthy families are not perfect, they are real. Healing together means accepting imperfection while holding firm to your values. It means setting boundaries when behaviors become harmful and offering grace when people are working through their own challenges. It's about balancing accountability with empathy. One practical way to build your new family is through intentional community building activities. This could include hosting regular gatherings, creating online groups for mutual support, or participating in workshops and retreats focused on healing and growth. These spaces become laboratories where you practice new relational skills and deepen bonds. Over time, they transform from social events into sacred connections. Another critical component is celebration. Toxic family systems often neglect milestones or twist celebrations into arenas for comparison and competition. In your new family, celebrations become opportunities to honor each other's journeys, big or small. They reinforce belonging, joy, and collective strength. Whether it's a birthday, a healing anniversary, or a personal achievement, take time to recognize and uplift each other. As you grow your new family, remember the importance of shared vision and purpose. Aligning around common goals, whether spiritual, creative, or community-oriented, strengthens the bonds. It creates a sense of meaning that transcends individual struggles. When your family operates as a collective with intention, it becomes a force for transformation, not just for its members, but for the world around it. Healing relational trauma also requires learning conflict resolution skills. Unlike toxic families that escalate or avoid conflict, your new family can develop healthy ways to address disagreements. This includes active listening, expressing feelings without blame, seeking compromise, and sometimes agreeing to disagree. Conflict, when handled well, can deepen trust and understanding rather than fracture it. It's normal to face resistance internally as you build your new family. Old conditioning will push you to doubt your choices, question your worthiness, or fear abandonment. These fears are echoes of past trauma, not realities of your present. Over time, as you experience consistent love and respect in your chosen family, those fears will diminish. But patience and persistence are key. Building connection beyond blood is also about reclaiming joy and play. Toxic systems often drain energy and suppress spontaneous fun. Your new family can be a place where laughter, creativity, and playfulness are welcomed and encouraged. These elements are not frivolous, they are essential to healing. They reconnect you to your humanity and lighten the burdens of the past. Finally, as you thrive in your new family, you may feel a calling to extend this healing to others. Becoming a leader, mentor, or advocate for survivors can transform your pain into purpose. It creates a legacy that honors your journey and lights the way for others. This is the full circle of chosen family, from receiving love to giving it back. A video creation with HeyGen. Simply type your script to get started. Hi, I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and what you just watched is part of my signature program, the Chosen One series inside School of Soul. This series is not just a course, it's a blueprint for those who know they were different from the start. The black sheep, the scapegoat, the truth teller, the cycle breaker. Inside, you'll discover the family roles playbook, the golden child, the scapegoat, the enabler, the lost child. and how to finally step out of the part you were cast in without consent. How the black sheep becomes the goat, turning rejection into radical transformation in leadership. How to break generational curses and rewrite ancestral contracts so the pain stops with you. And how to recognize and escape modern forms of spiritual and technological targeting, from gang stalking to synthetic synchronicity. This isn't just about survival. It's about awakening, about reclaiming your voice, your lineage, and your destiny as one of the chosen ones. Click the link below to access the full series now, because the role ends the moment you decide it does, and the real script begins with you.